تهیه و تنظیم در استودیو بیزرایز.
The fulfillment. Finally, the deal type is usually one-off, meaning you get paid once for the sale and that's it. Next, let's look at Amazon FBA. Now, Amazon FBA consists of selling physical products on Amazon and letting Amazon take care of the shipment for you. Now, when it comes to Amazon FBA, the unitary gain is anywhere from $20 to $300. Here, you already face the same issue as we saw with affiliate marketing. You'd have to make 33 to 500 sales a month, which is a real challenge. Then the startup capital doesn't help either. You have to invest anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 in stock for product that you don't even know whether it'll sell or not, meaning you have the risk of getting stuck with all the stock and having no idea what to do with it. It's not fun, trust me. I've had this exact same issue with my e-commerce brand Gadzhi. Now, margins could be even thinner than affiliate marketing due to the cost of goods. Now, demand is the perk in this one because Amazon actually takes care of the traffic for you. But it doesn't get much better, since you still have to deal with part of the logistics of buying and managing inventory so Amazon can fulfill your orders, which is a pain in the ass, and you only get paid once for each sale. Next, let's look at dropshipping. Now, dropshipping consists of selling physical products, but instead of having to manage inventory, you ship the product directly from your supplier to the final customer. Now, dropshipping is pretty much a combination of the two scenarios above. You don't have the issue of having to spend money on stock, but then you have to spend a lot on ads to find the products that work. In fact, my agency has worked with a top dropshipping brand from a Scandinavian country, and in order to find one winning product, we had to test over 20 different products that all failed. So you have to have a lot of capital to burn through. Next, let's look at info products. Now, info products are ebooks, audiobooks, and online courses. Now, with info products, the scenario is very similar to affiliate marketing, but you have control over the price of the product, so you can have higher ticket items if you want. However, with control over the product also comes the responsibility of delivering the product yourself, which is the most difficult and time-consuming task of the whole business model. I myself have spent over 6 months of 2022 just recording the classes for one of my updated info products. That is a lot of time to invest in something if you don't have certainty that such product would sell. And as a beginner, you should be investing the majority of your time in selling, not fulfilling the sale. Finally, you have to have capital to invest in ads, testing, software, and more, which will have a similar effect on your margin as it did in the examples above. Now, for deal type, you can choose whether you want to sell your product as a one-off or as a recurring subscription. Ladies and gentlemen, now do you see why it is so hard to succeed as a beginner if you don't pick the right business model? So, after going through all of them, the question becomes, what would be the ideal beginner-friendly business model then? Does it even exist? Well, let's take a look again at our table and together draw an ideal business model. Now, when it comes to unitary gain, ideally it should require just a handful of sales to get you to 10K a month so that it becomes a realistic and achievable goal. Now, this means it should sell for at least $1,500. Now, when it comes to startup capital, ideally it should be as close as possible to $0 because as a beginner, you don't want to be risking high amounts of money until you have a consistent source of income to pay for it. For margins, we will want something with very little cost so you keep pretty much everything you make. For demand, we want something with high demand so that it is not too difficult to get a sale. And for fulfillment, we want something that is easy to fulfill and doesn't take a majority of our time. And finally, when it comes to deal type, we want something that ideally is sold once and pays us recurrently every single month so that each sale stacks up on others and each month we have a higher payout than the month before. Now, with all these set criteria, I can confidently say there's one single solution that fits the bill. It is a service-based business that clients are willing to pay anywhere from $1,500 a month to $10,000 a month for, but not a one-time payment. A recurring monthly payment of $1,500 to $10,000 a month. Now, the startup capital is virtually non-existent. All you need is a business email and then you're good to go. The margins are very high. They can be upwards of 97% and 60% in the worst case scenario, depending on how you decide to fulfill this service. Now, before I talk about how 20-year-olds are taking advantage of the new arbitrage economy to get all the service fulfillment taken care of for them, I want you to think about the whole scenario the world has been going through the last 2 years and its impact on the way businesses operate. A lot of businesses saw their main sources of revenue vanish right in front of their eyes, and they were forced to move online to survive, and this process is still going on. Countless businesses in your city, in fact, probably right next to where you live, are desperately looking for someone to help them sell online. And the best part is, they're willing to pay top dollar for it. Imagine those gigantic stores or dealerships or gyms that you see. They are literally sitting on hundreds of thousands, if not millions of stock, and they need someone to help them sell it. So for them, $10,000 a month is a measly fee in order for you to do that. And it's not just the gigantic stores. It is your local hair salon. It's your local realtor. They know that they need to start selling online. They need to start bringing leads in from online. Otherwise, it's 2 to 3 years and they will be out of business. Now, Sufyan is living proof of that. He managed to sign a local business from his hometown in Germany for a one-time fee of 15,000 euros plus a 2,500 euro a month retainer in just 1 month of using this business model. And the best part is, the demand for such services is way higher than the number of people who can deliver them. Meaning there's a gigantic gap in the market, and the people who take advantage of this opportunity are inevitably going to do well. So if you haven't guessed it yet, the business model is selling ROI marketing services for small businesses. Now that's the exact business model that Jermaine used to go from working full-time, having to take the tube into overpopulated central London every morning, to now hitting his first $5,000 a month profit in his first 6 months, all from the comfort of his own home. Now, Michael also used this business model to make 6 figures in 5 months selling ROI marketing services for local businesses, after spending 6 entire years failing at other online ventures such as affiliate marketing, Shopify, eBay, and more. Now, I'll explain in detail what exactly ROI marketing services are in just a minute. Just know that this might be one of the best opportunities of the decade right in front of your eyes. Now, let's take a step back here, because you're probably asking yourself, okay, but I don't know how to actually help these businesses sell online. And that leads us directly to this new and unique opportunity of the new arbitrage economy. You see, it's really simple. The businesses that are succeeding in the new economy are not the ones that own the final solution, but rather the ones that connect the end consumer to the final product and set their own prices for doing so. For example, Expedia doesn't own any hotel room or airplanes. They